Some journeys are celebrated. Leaving home from success, building a life abroad, and returning with pride. But what no one talks about is what happens when you come back. When the home you remember no longer feels like your own. After 5 years in Europe, studying in France and Barcelona, Mumbai based entrepreneur Karan Punjabi made a decision that many dream about. He came back in India, back to family, back to familiarity. But nearly 4 years later, he says something unexpected. He is still not over yet. And that single line opens a much bigger emotional story. In a viral Instagram post, Punjabi described that experts call the reverse culture shock. But he doesn't describe it like that, a theory. He describes it as a slow emotional collision. Because coming back, he expected comfort, familiar people, a sense of belongingness. But instead, he found something else, disconnection. And that changes everything. He says that life in India didn't pause while he was away. Friends moved on, routines changed, relationships evolved. And suddenly, he was one trying to catch up with the life that moved ahead when he was not there, when he was absent. But that's not all. The emotional shift that just wasn't external, it was internal. He describes the feeling as restless in a place that he once felt safe in, initiated by small things he once ignored. And then even loneliness in spaces that were filled with people that he known for his life. However, this is not the conflict, it's identity, because living abroad reshaped him. Independence, solitude, new conversations, new versions of himself. And then coming back didn't ease those years, it exposed him. Two identities now existed together in same person. And that one who left and the one who returned, they were both very different. And neither fully fits in anymore. And here's where the story becomes even more universal. Karan Punjabi says that the hardest part is not returning home. It is accepting that version of the life he lived abroad cannot be lived again. And that realization creates a quick grief, not dramatic one, not visible one, but the persistent one. A sense that something irreversible had already happened. And yet, slowly, something shifts. He begins asking a different question. Not why I am back, but what I am building now. And that small change reframes everything for him. Because this is no longer just about a story after moving countries. It is about emotional adaptation in a world where mobility is constant and belongingness is fragile. Now, experts say this is becoming increasingly common in people that are basically the global Indians, I must say, the entrepreneurs. And after they leave and then return back, everything is changed. It is something you rebuilt actually. So the question is no longer whether returning home is easy or not. The question is, what happens when the home no longer feels like return at all? It feels like a very different demographic, a very different feeling that you cannot relate to. I hope all my global Indian viewers related to this story. Well, what are your thoughts on this? Make sure to comment down below.